What's up, everybody? This is Rich with another episode on Gaming on a Budget, the channel that tries to save you money by reviewing free or cheap games with the hopes of me recommending you some dope shit. Today's exciting because I am reviewing my first Xbox Live Gold title, and that title is Aragami. I was alerted about this deal on a website that I follow for free games, which is not surprising if you're on this channel. And I saw the trailer for this game, and I was like, that looks like a really cool game. So without further ado, we're going to get into the facts. So the genre of the game is an action adventure, which I absolutely love. Developed and published by Lintz Works, released back in 2016, built on the Unity engine. Platforms include Windows, Linux, Mac OS, PS4, Nintendo Switch, of course Xbox One, and Amazon Luna. Not sure what that was before this recording, but that's cool. And it is cross-platform compatible. So let's go ahead and talk about the lore for this game. So the story of the game is about an Aragami, a vengeful spirit that is summoned by the essence of a woman called Yamiko. Yamiko was captured by the Kaio, an army of light warriors that she explains are oppressors and have conquered the land from the Nishoku, shadow users led by the Shadow Empress. She explains that after winning the war, the Kaio imprisoned the Empress and all of her followers and is hoping to free her people. She requests the help of the Aragami to take revenge. In order to be free, they need to take 6 talismans away from the Kaio, and this needs to be done before sunrise because the Aragami will die if he is exposed to sunlight. So let's go ahead and talk about the gameplay. So the game picks up right after Aragami is summoned by Yamiko. The main mission in the game is to collect 6 talismans in order to help Yamiko and her people. To do this, you have to infiltrate the Kaio's several territories. Aragami is a shadow spirit that gets his powers from the shadows. Stealth is a huge part of the game, so you have to use shadows to traverse. Aragami can teleport through shadows using the Shadow Leap. With the Shadow Leap, you can travel a considerable distance, you can scale walls and buildings to hide from enemies or set yourself up to attack. The Kaio are warriors of the light. Their swords kill Aragami with 1 hit. So if you die, you start over from the last checkpoint you got. There are all kinds of shadow skills you learn by finding hidden scrolls throughout the stages, and this gives you so many dope and cool abilities. Using your skills and stealth, you have to get all the talismans before sunrise. So I've been playing this game for actually a good amount of time, noting some things that I wanted to talk about, and yeah, let's get into them. So the first thing, the visuals. I really love the art style for this game. I mean, Aragami looks dope as fuck. So the environment in this particular art style is also super nice looking. The buildings, the landscape, everything looks super great. I also really like the Japanese influence shown throughout the game. You see these in, you know, the attire of the Kaio, as well as buildings that you're in. The movement in the game is also really good. I especially like the shadow leaping. I felt this was very satisfying. And overall, this game had an aesthetic that I really enjoyed. So next point, stealth. I really like the incorporation of stealth in this game. The concept of using shadows is not new at all, but I love how this game does it. The fact that Aragami gets his powers from shadows and is weaker in direct light adds a great dynamic to the game and makes you strategize in a certain way. But you're not just limited to shadows. You can also hide on rooftops or elevated structures, but again, if you're in direct light, you will be weaker. I thought this part of the game was really dope. I'm mixed when it comes to stealth in games. I can be a very impatient guy. I would rather just, you know, kill the guy, get over with. Sneaking around and stuff can be kind of boring, but this game, it makes it a necessity. It did it in a fun way for me. I actually enjoyed the stealth in this game, and I thought it was super dope. So my next point, the shadow skills. But before we can get into the shadow skills, we gotta talk about something called shadow essence. So essentially, your shadow essence is the mana for your shadow usage. You collect shadow essence when you're in the shadows, and it depletes when you're in direct light. So the cape that Aragami wears shows you how much shadow essence you have. I thought this was really a cool way of showing this. I mean, typically you would see like a bar or something, but I liked how the amount of essence you had was directly on his body. It was just a really cool way to do this. One of the best things about this game is all the shadow skills you can unlock. So there's this thing called the Shirigemi, if I'm saying that correctly, and so basically it's a trap that you can set up, and whenever someone gets near you can trigger the trap and it sucks them into like this shadow vortex. It's a great way to get rid of a bunch of Kaido all at once. The next thing is the shadow kunai. Basically exactly what it sounds like, a kunai that is a one-hit kill. You aim it at someone and you hit them with it and they'll die. So if you're in a pinch and they're onto you, you can use a shadow clone to distract your enemies. Another thing that's pretty cool is once you kill enemies, you can actually hide them. So after you kill an enemy, instead of leaving them around to be discovered, you can essentially send them to the shadow realm, which I thought was really cool. So you can get rid of the body and go about your business. And then finally, there's this dope shadow skill where you can literally summon a dragon to just fuck people up. And I just was so pleased by this. I don't know why this was so amusing to me, but yeah, it's a really cool skill to use, and I just thought it was dope. So let's go ahead and talk about the highlights for the game. So visually, this game is a very pretty game. It's refreshing to see a game in an art style like this, and for it to be so fun. I like the texture of the environment, the buildings and the landscapes, the grass, the attire, everything looks really nice. It's done very well. You're even able to play in different outfits, which I appreciate. You can play, they give you like 5 colors to pick from in the beginning, but as you unlock medals and stuff, you can actually unlock doper outfits, so it's cool. Overall, the aesthetic of the game, the shadow skills, just everything, it's just really nice. My next highlight, shadow skills. So the shadow skills were so fucking cool, to be honest with you. I love all the different abilities you can use. It adds another level of play to the game because you focus on finding scrolls to unlock more of the skills. So here's a pro tip. When you first start finding scrolls, you're going to want to unlock this skill first, because once you do, all the scrolls will be revealed to you. So you won't have to be, looking behind every corner. You'll actually be able to find them. So unlock this skill first, and then you'll be able to find scrolls a lot quicker. Trust me, you'll thank me later. My final highlight, the challenge. I found this game super challenging. I love the fact that this game was kind of difficult. I mean, concept-wise, it's pretty easy, right? But execution is something completely different. It really calls for strategy, because one hit from a light sword and you're gone. You have to restart from the checkpoint. The fact that the game was so simple to play, but it's challenging, is what makes it worth it, in my opinion. And another cool thing is the different challenges associated with the game. I mean, obviously you can get certain level ranks depending on how well you do on a stage, but apparently you can also get through each stage without killing an enemy. So it makes me want to just replay it again and again, just in different ways, to see how I can do things. And the fact that it adds that overall to the game is awesome, and I'm all about it. Final thoughts. Origami is a great game, like for real. I love everything about the concept, the look and feel of the game. I love the centering around Japanese culture. I love the idea of shadow skills. It's a fun and cool game. I highly recommend that you get it before November 30th, because that is when this game will no longer be free for Xbox users. So please, 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 if you're interested in this game, get it before November 30th. That is the last day to get this game. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. Origami's the shit. But like with every game review, I want to know what you guys think. Are you down for some Origami? Have you played it already? Tell me what's up in the comments. If you like this video, please drop a like, and if you're new here, please feel free to subscribe. Videos coming every week, whether it's a game review, whether it's to tell you about some dope streamers to check out. Videos will be uploaded every week, that I promise. Also, feel free to drop some comments on what games I should play next. Are there any free or cheap games that you know of that you think I might like? Drop them in the comments. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. This is Rich with another review on Gaming on a Budget, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.